The Coast to Coast is the most popular long-distance hike in Great Britain. It starts at St Bees in Cumbria and it finishes at the other side of the country at Robin Hood's Bay in North Yorkshire. I hiked the Coast to Coast in May of 2023. On my own, I camped some nights and I stayed at B&Bs or hostels on other nights. Join me on this incredible journey as I navigate some of the toughest hiking that the UK has to offer with a 17-kilogram backpack, exploring some of the most beautiful places in the country. On this journey, I'm very open about the realities of solo hiking such a monumental route and struggling with loneliness and fatigue as I push my mental and physical limits. With that said, please sit back, relax and enjoy watching. So it's 9:40 something and I've just left the Keld Lodge over there. You can see where I'm going on that path through there, and oh my god, it was absolutely amazing. Sorry, it's a little breezy here. Be better in a second. So I stopped there in hopes of Wi-Fi, which they had, which was awesome, and with the intention of camping in Keld, and I bumped into a few people who I saw before doing the Coast to Coast, an Australian couple, and they were like, oh, come sit with us and everything. They were talking and we were talking and it was just, oh, it was lovely, you know, just catching up, having a really good chat. And they were asking me about if I've got somewhere to camp, and I was like, not yet, but, and they were like, well, you could always, you know, check if I've got a room here. And I was like, okay, because I was like, yeah, okay, I'll definitely do that. And they did, and they had, it was a single ensuite for £50 including breakfast, which was amazing. And yeah, it was lovely. You know, I had this amazing, oh, what was it? It was goat's cheese salad, and then I had, I think it was a sticky toffee sponge with custard. It was just, oh, lovely. And it wasn't even that expensive, and it's such a lovely place. By the way, this is Keld, which is so cute. Oh, Keld is so lovely. It's only a tiny little village, but oh my god, so cute. And there's a lovely little graveyard here with a nice view. Anyway, there were people coming. I could hear them talking, and you know what I'm like, I get shy talking to the camera around people. So yeah, so we're catching up and we're playing a game called, I think it was called Far Call, and it's like, you know, fuck all, Far Call. It's I'd never heard of it before, but a few people there knew how to play it. It's a dice game. It's really fun. I think I picked it up. Well, yeah, we're playing that, having drinks and chatting, because there were some other people. There was an American couple hiking it, the Australian couple, and a British couple, and then me. So then I went to my room, and I was but before I went to my room, when I was settling my bill for the food and the drinks and everything, a man who worked there said to me, because my bag obviously looks really heavy, because it is really heavy, and he said, if I'm passing through Reef, if I'm stopping at Reef, and if I know where I'm stopping, he'll take some of my heavier luggage there for me. And I was just like, oh my god, really? And he said, yeah, just put it in a bag or a bin liner or something, and let him know where I'm going by, you know, 10 tomorrow, and he'll do that. So I did. So I already had a couple of bin liners on me, so I put my tent, my sleeping bag and my mat in there. I think maybe one of my cooking things and one of my power banks, you know, just save a bit of weight. Oh my god, the difference though, the difference it's made. So I was like, oh, do you want any money for it? And I was like, no. So that was just so nice. And honestly, again, it's just people being kind and doing things out of, like, you know, the goodness of their own hearts, and just it can make someone's day, it can make someone's entire week, month, and they were just amazing. So that was Keld Lodge, just there where that round window is. In that round window, that's where we were playing games, because that's a little lounge area. God, it was lovely, and I slept really well. You know, I went up to my room, I watched some TV, and while I had it on the background while I was looking at my map and planning my route. And I'm stopping at the youth hostel in Grinton, which is just outside of Reeth. It's not far outside of Reeth, I think it's like a mile. But I said to that man this morning, I said, I told him where I was staying, and I said, is that okay, because I know it's a mile out. And I was like, of course, no, it's fine. So yeah, just so grateful. So it means that today it's just going to be nice, because I've got my bag on my back and it feels so incredibly light. It's unreal. And the manager, a different man who knew that he was taking the bags there and everything, he said the YHA in Grinton, it's just like a mile, but it's all uphill. So he said, you know, it's a good thing that they're carrying my stuff, because it's just uphill for a mile to get to the youth hostel outside of Reeth. This is where the Pennine Way crosses, and the Coast to Coast Trail, which is very cool. Wow, this is gorgeous. You've got the River Swale down there. This valley's just so nice, so green. Don't really know what else to say about it. It's just such a contrast from yesterday, because this has everything that I love. It has a river, waterfalls, trees. That's the main thing, trees. Just good kind of vantage points for views. Just a whole mix as well. You need variety. Oh, I'm so happy right now, and I'm so grateful that my heavy stuff, you know, like my tent and everything, all my sleeping stuff and whatnot, has just been carried to the youth hostel that I'm staying at tonight, that I'm camping at tonight. Because I was like, I'm not just, even though I'm not carrying my tent today, but it's like the whole way, I'm not just carrying my tent for fun. I've got to use it. And I do love camping, but it's just, you just can't resist a deal like that, like 50 quid. It was just, oh, I couldn't not. I think camping would have only been about 30 quid less, and that's, you know, not including breakfast. Don't know if there was going to be Wi-Fi. I wouldn't have had that luggage service. All the people that I was with last night and talking to and playing games, I wouldn't have had that. So even though I really need to start watching my money and my spending now, like, it was just such a good decision to do that. So definitely camping tonight, because I've already booked it. I'm happy with it, because it's just meant to be lovely. It's a little overcast now. The sun is meant to come out later in the day. I keep getting nice, you know, patches of sun on me. And today was meant to be a really hot day as well, and it's quite cool, but I think that'll come later, to be honest. Wow, this is a bit creepy. I don't know why I'm whispering. You know, I had to check it out. Very cool. Rotten wood. I'm like, oh yeah, to do this up, but really, you just got to strip it all. You know, you'd leave the walls, you'd probably reinforce them, but all this wood gotta go because that is all rotten. I'd love to do something like this. Leave as much of it as it was, like leave the character and everything, like these. As much, you know, keep as much as possible, just not the stuff that's rotted or about to collapse or something. Just think, how awesome would that be, you know, like actually do something with them, like still leave a few about, because they are kind of, the abandoned barns or whatever are kind of like a staple of the English countryside, but I just feel like some of them are just wasted because they're in the nicest locations you can imagine, and they're just being trashed and left to ruin and left to rot. Oh, so, you know, something like this with ideally road access and oh, I'd be so down for that. Just completely renovate, but at the same time keep as much of the character as possible, because that's important. So it'd still look like that from the outside, just with parts not falling down. I wonder how old this is. Look at it. Wow. Still in like decent condition, and I know that's funny because it's not, but you know what I mean, like you can still see the serial numbers and all the nuts and bolts are there. It's just, how cool is that? I want to know the story behind it. There might be one. Again, if anyone knows, please let me know. Also, this is where the route split, so left is high, right is low, down to the valley. You already know it. I don't need to I don't need to say why I'm doing it, because, well, look at that valley. Don't really fancy going up there because it's probably just going to be windy, which it is breezy already, so I'm excited. Very excited. Oh my god. Past another hiker coming the opposite way, a woman, which is very nice to see, like, you know, another woman on their own, because it's just like, I don't know, it's nice. and she's hiking up there, up to the gorge and then back into Reef, which is really cool. That gorge looks really very dramatic. But yeah, I just might as well just talk about, I mean, obviously most people know the reason that I started this channel and everything. It's just you know, because I love the outdoors, I love hiking and everything, and I wanted to kind of showcase it and show people routes to take. Also, as a woman who mainly hikes on her own, a lot of the time women understandably feel unsafe being out on their own, whether it be anywhere really, not just out in nature but in towns, cities. Just not all women do, and this is just hopefully to inspire some other women, and just, you know, men as well, because, you know, men get anxious going out places by themselves. I think with women it's more of a safety issue with, I don't know, people you might cross or something, which is always a concern of mine. I am always vigilant, and I don't know, I'm in two minds, because I understand why people are anxious and scared, but it shouldn't stop you. And it doesn't stop me. Like yesterday I had a bit of a breakdown because I was homesick, and your mind starts overthinking and conjuring these horrible scenarios, and it really can just bring you down and make you doubt yourself and worry you, and it's just the anxiety, and that's what it is. So hopefully, because I'm being open about this, I'm being open about my emotions, that it's normal to get upset and that it's normal to worry and have these thoughts. You can still enjoy the place you're in, and you can still work past them. And it's all about, not to sound too corny or anything, but it is a personal journey of, I suppose, self-discovery. And yeah, and a lot of the time it does help things, because you get so much time to yourself to think about things and dwell on things and work through things, and sometimes it can be very overwhelming, you know, when you have an emotional sort of emotional moment. Even going through that, it does help. A lot of advice that I give to you guys, I'm also giving to myself, because this is me talking to anyone who needs to hear it, and myself. But when you're out on journeys, whether it be a day hike or long distance trail or just out, it's okay to not enjoy every moment of it, and to have bad moments and vulnerable moments and things. Push your limits, but you've got to know your limits so you can push them, and don't push them too far, because you can end up spiraling. And I know a lot about that. And when I talk about knowing your limits, that's both physical and mental, by the way. I know it kind of goes without saying, but I think of, this is cool, this would be a really nice little camping spot, wouldn't it? I wonder what this is, like what this is for. Any questions I ask, and if anyone knows, answer please. But yeah, like I was thinking about this yesterday when I was having a moment, having a panic and feeling all down and everything like that. Very valid to feel those things. Again, I need to keep reiterating, it's fine to show emotion and to feel that way. There's a biplane up there. Anyway, I keep going off on tangents, I do that all the time. So I'm kind of, the way I kind of deal with it, I'm in, I suppose, two minds, where I can, one part of me, I suppose one part of my mind knows how much the other part can take. It's kind of knowing yourself, or this could link into the whole like psychology aspect, the id, ego, superego. They're more like impulse control, if you know what I mean. But it's sort of like you split into two, and one part's kind of the caretaker and the other part is your vulnerable self. I don't know, the emotional side, the side that kind of reacts to things. This isn't a known analogy, I'm just kind of winging this, but this is kind of how I see it. You've got the caretaker and you've got the reactor, because you know that if you would push yourself too far in one way, like if I did go up to 9 standards, maybe it wouldn't have helped. I needed to keep my own anxiety under control, if you know what I mean. I guess it could be the anxiety, that could be the part of it. It could be a separate part of your mind, you know, the bit that reacts, the bit that feels all these heavy emotions and strong feelings, and the worrier, the overthinker. So you've got the rational and you've got the overthinker. So that's where I think, you know, the whole id, ego, superego could kind of come into it, but I know they are different things. But yeah, maybe it's onto something, I don't know. The reason I'm rambling and going on about this, off on a bloody tangent again, is because I just want to talk about how I rationalise my own thoughts and feelings and emotions, and sometimes it's just best to cry, and it is just best to let it out. And if you can't help it, and if you need to, don't hold back with it, because I try not to cry, but really once you do, it helps clear your mind, because you do just need to let go a bit, and you do need to let it out. And this is men as well. Once you let go of that, you've got a clear head, and then you can rationalise and you can plan. And just one last thing to add before I stop talking about this and get back to, you know, the hike and everything. It's also important to know what brings you down from high emotion, what kind of brings you comfort. And I know it sounds really obvious, but you do learn a lot about yourself when you're out on the trail, especially alone, but even just when you're out and you're doing this, because you've got a lot going on. You've got this plan, you've got to think about where you're going, you've got to enjoy it, and you've got to be in the moment, and there's thoughts going around in your brain, and you know, you've got to, and if you're enjoying it, great, and if you're in the moment when you're not, then that's fine. Just try and learn from what calms you down. If that's being around people, if that's having signal and texting someone, a loved one, or calling them, if that's bringing an item with you, like I've got my little fox hat with me, because it reminds me of both Cameron and my brother, because the original one I got, which was exactly the same from Ravenglass, when me and my brother did the Eastern Hadrianic Way, and I wore that for a few walks before I stupidly put it in the wash and it shrunk because it's wool. And Cameron got me a brand new one of the exact same kind and design for I think it was my birthday or Christmas, and I cried when I opened it because I was beyond gutted when it shrunk. So it's just an item of comfort, and it really does. And sometimes those things can kind of make you feel a bit more homesick, but sometimes they help to have something. These things could be anything, whether it's stopping at a cafe just to collect yourself, or what I'm saying is treat yourself and look after yourself and know how to comfort yourself, because knowing how to comfort yourself and not pushing yourself too much, you know, stop at a cafe, go get a pint, stop in a B&B instead of camping, you know, these little things. And again, I'm talking to myself here as well. I know how to give advice, it's just working on following my own, which I do. And this is me rationalising this, and this is me now with a clear head, feeling good and knowing how to work on myself when I'm in those moments of when I'm down and anxious. village or hamlet down there called Mucka. It's spelled Muka, but I've heard people say Mucka, so there we go. Keld, 3 miles. Did a good 3.2 according to my Strava. Yeah, I think, when did I set off? About an hour ago. An hour and a bit ago, an hour and a half ago. So yeah, 3.2 miles. Not bad. Honestly, I'm not even exaggerating when I say that I've seen over 20 dead rabbits along this stretch of road. There's so many. There's 1, 2, see 3, 4 more over there, 5, 1 coming up, and downwind from them because the wind's coming towards me, which is gross. Oh god, there's just so many. There's like tens of them down there. Some of them are like grouped together on the road, just squashed. Rabbit pancake. No, it does make me sad though, because it's like they were just crossing the road, you know, and like a Land Rover or something probably got them. Hello. Oh, have you got a limb? It's a lovely, lovely little village down there called, I don't know how you pronounce it, Ivelet, I don't know, but it's just so gorgeous. I would love to live there, honestly. Like that's making it on the list of my places I'd like to live, but I reckon it's gonna cost a fortune for a house down there. Also, yeah, I've been walking along the Swale Trail, which is one that I want to do, which I think I'll have to check where it starts and ends, because I might have just done the Swale Trail by doing this, but I will come back and I'll do the whole Swale Trail like as its own thing for sure one day, because this is just something else. This is just incredible. Like, I love it. I'm loving everything about today. I'm so glad I took this route as well, because because I actually went near the high route, because I was quite high up on the road there and I wasn't far from the official route, and it was just so plain. There were like no trees, there were no hedges. It was just kind of similar to the Dales, and it's like, why would I do that when I can be here and I can see beautiful villages like that? And this way I get to stop in, if there's somewhere like a little cafe in Gunnerside, which is the next village that I'm going to be passing through in a couple of miles. Hey guys, don't mind me. I'm trying to get around you as best I can, but there's a bit of a crossing here I've got to go across, so I'd appreciate if you wouldn't charge at me, please. Thank you, appreciate it. Sorry. Don't run away. We all look back at the same time, that was pretty funny. Sorry guys. Hey, just wanted to say hi. No need to move. Some sheep just sound so funny. Just sounds like an old man yelling. Oh wow. This is just amazing. Just this whole bit. I know it's just, you know, fields and walls, but there's just something so... The only word really is idyllic. As it really is. I kind of wish I was on that path going through more there. I mean, it is nice, even though I'm road walking, it is nice to see it all from up high, because you can really appreciate it when you've got a good view. I'd still appreciate it if I was down there, but wow, oh god, it's gorgeous. So even though I've been following most of Wainwright's coast to coast, I'd say maybe 2/3 of this have been his, you know, coast to coast. So really I've kind of created my own in a way, because his is obviously up high, and I'm just so glad that I came down here. Oh. See, like, I'm just so glad that I came down here. I'm so happy. Got a little bit of Wi-Fi so I could message people and let them know where I'm staying tonight and where I am, and that I'm happy and safe. And it's just, oh, this. Why would you want to not see this? Why would you want to be up there? Like, I mean, I suppose, you know, you get vast views, but this is it for me. This is like pure happiness. This is like the best of Yorkshire, really. And yeah, so I suppose my whole trail has been like, not Wainwright's coast to coast, Jennifer's coast to coast. I'll be posting my Strava details, a link to my Strava page in the description. So if anyone wants to follow me on there, and the full mapped route is on there and everything, you know, because I'm tracking it on Strava. I should actually use the bend here. Yeah, a little tip to novice walkers: if you're road walking and you come into the bend, don't walk on the side of the bend, because cars, it's harder for them to see you. I'm sure most people know that anyway, just in case. Oh, fucking hell, this is... Oh my god. I am like so in my element right now. The sun's out. It's after bank holiday. Yesterday was bank holiday, that's why it was like so busy. I say so busy. There were a lot of cars about. There were a lot of families like at campsites and stuff and chilling. So, I mean, like you would, but it's nice and quiet now. Quieter anyway. Wow. Hey guys. Oh, I didn't know you'd be in there. You know what, actually, if I can get through this gate, which I'm not sure if I can, then I'll try and join the path down there, because I've looked at my maps and it just follows the road just there, which would be lovely. Okay, so I know there's a couple of sheep in here. I don't want to scare them, I just want to have a little look. Oh my god, guys! Hi! I'm not going to hurt you, I'll just pass now, don't worry, I just want to say hi. Take a picture as I'm doing this. See ya. See ya. So just heading down this bit of steep hill to reach this little footpath, so I can be a bit closer to the fields. Okay, I don't know what this is about, but these were just following me then. Okay, you gonna let me come up to you or nope? Okay. These were just they're following me. Right, okay. I don't know, maybe they're coming to this? Whatever that is. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Oi. Oh, Jesus. This is a little bit freaky, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm just gonna run. Shit, I think they're chasing me. They're chasing me. That was so funny. They were just following me. They seemed quite giddy, but like, you know when you can't tell if an animal is like overly friendly or angry. I was like, oh my god. So I got a little jog going and just hopped the gate because it wouldn't open. I was like, okay, see you guys. I've had sheep follow me a little bit, but not as much as that, and not as many. Can't imagine anyone will be going over that style anytime soon.
Who told you that it was too late? When was it that you started leaning that way? 4 tires cut into the clay. It dries up and now there's just one road to take. It's growing up over with green. So easy to drive on, but not what it seems. The poison is spilling upstream, and it's taking out every living thing. Every living Who told you that you were no good? There's no use in trying, and even if you could, it wouldn't come out like it should. This stubborn kudzu just covers these words. Could you listen to somebody else? Will you only drink from the thoughts of yourself? Are you under the canopy spell? You dig in your heels and spread the disease. You're spreading the disease. Back up the drive a bit. Could you see what this is? This is a part of it all. Over and over, injustice to injury. This is a part of it all. Could you hike back to it, fight with it, sit with it? This is a part of it all. Ask around, be aware, make peace with what is there. This is a part of it all. too late.
Wow, all this wild garlic here is so pungent. I can actually taste it in my mouth. It's so, the smell is just so thick in the air, and I can fully taste it. It's the ones with the white flowers there, the big green leaves. It's just wild garlic, and it's completely edible. It can be used to make soups, pesto, in a salad, anything. Just, you know, give them a good rinse, obviously. Where am I going? No idea. I mean, Reef ideally, but I don't know how to get back to road. I'm just hoping that this takes me in the same direction. Probably will. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Who are these built for, man? You know what's lucky that my legs can fit through fine. It's not really made for the bigger builds, you know, if anyone's a little bit hench or chunky. Oh my god! Oh, I hope I got that. So this is that bridge. It's got the name. Gunnerside was about halfway for the day, and that was about, what, 40 minutes ago or something when I left. So I've probably got, I don't know, I think to Reef at least. I'm not staying there, but you know, it's the main stop, and then Grinton is just a mile and a half out of it. So yeah, I'm probably like 2 to 3 hours away from Grinton or Reef, either one it'll be, I reckon. But yeah, this has been lovely, really lovely. Are you kidding me? With my bag, even though it's not as big as the other days, because, you know, still though, oh my god, I can fit through but my bag can't. Because it's like, I can go sideways. What if, like, pull myself up? There we go. Oh, there's a belt there. Okay, so I'm assuming it's a left. So Reef, it says, is 3.5 miles away. Yeah, I'd say a couple hours for that. Oh, creepy. Whoa. Oh, that's so eerie. Look at that. Bit of stagnant water under there, bright green. Yeah, so a couple hours to Reef, and yeah, an extra, what, hour or something to Grinton. I'm gonna give myself 3-4 hours max, depending on how many times I stop to take pictures or film. I sat down by the river just back there just to have a little 15-minute break, closed my eyes a little bit. It was lovely, but just before I did, a group passed me, and some of them recognised me and they said, "Oh hello, we saw you on the first day and did you stay in YHA Patterdale?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're just like, "Well, nice to see you." And they moved on. And I forgot to mention, in Gunnerside, just before I called at the pub, literally as I was walking towards it, a couple came over and they were like, "Hello Jennifer." I was just like, "Hello again." I hadn't seen them for a few days because they were ones that we were kind of like, what's it called, like leapfrogging each other, where I'd, you know, be ahead of them or they'd be ahead of me and whatever. And yeah, and they remembered my name, and they even said, they were like, "Oh yeah, we were just thinking we've not seen Jennifer for a few days." And I was like, "Oh, that's so cute." I probably only walked with them for about 10 minutes before, a few days ago, so it's just lovely. It's so nice when people just remember you. I don't know, it's a good feeling. Oh, hello. Hey. Hey guys. Oh, so cute. See ya. Have a good day. Footpath. Okay, if you say so. God, don't want to get stung. Oh, look at that, Gunnerside. 4 miles away, so I've come 4 miles since then, and since Kirby Stephen, 21 miles. And I've got 2 miles till Reeth, but if there is a turn off for either Reeth or Grinton, then I'll take Grinton, because that's my aim for today, not Reeth. I've passed quite a few nice campsites and I'm like, oh, it'd be lovely to stay there, you know, by the river in the sun and just chill, but I don't know, I really like the look of this YHA that I'm going to. You'll see when I get there, it looks awesome. It's been a while since the last sign, that feels good.
For my peace of mind, let it all go out the window. No smoke in my eyes, I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. Early blue morning, when everything's cold, I see you running, all covered in gold. There's nothing else that eases my soul. smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. When there are others, I do the routine. I dance all alone there. I try to be seen. Then there's a feeling, you know what I mean. I let it all go.
Oh, hello! You've got a really good spot there. In the shade by the river. Oh, nice. See ya.
It's always been you in the back of my mind. Let it all go out the window. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. It's always been you in the back of my mind.
So someone's just told me that this path to the bridge that leads to Grinton, that path is flooded. So he said the only way to get to it is just follow back around here, and there's a path that takes you down there to the bridge. So I think I've got to go back about a quarter of a mile, so a bit annoying, but you know, these things happen. Okay, so this is the Wreath Swing Bridge. Any bridge enthusiasts want to pause at any point to give it a read? This takes me directly to Grinton, so oh wow. So I'll be missing Wreath, but I'll see Wreath one day. I can feel it move. I can feel it swing. There was a stile back there, and this is like a shortcut, and I can see where people have walked, but I can't really see a way out at that wall, so I don't know. I don't know if there's a way out of the wall. Hope so, but I guess we'll see. There is a gate, it was just well hidden. Hey. All the way down there is Wreath. If I did go through there, I'd be going through and up. So I've cut out a lot of that, and from down there at the bridge I just come straight up here. Probably saved myself a good, I don't know, mile and a half. So that's good. This shortcut's just turned out to be like me just wandering around some fields going up a hill. I accidentally went on someone's land in there, someone's garden. A little cute tiny little dog comes running up to me, doesn't bark, just jumps up giddily, and it was just so cute. So I was like, gotta get out of here, sorry dog. I found the path through some broken wall, and yeah, up here I think, over the hill. I believe that is the youth hostel that I'm aiming to get to. That's what it looks like from the pictures. Kind of like a castle thing. Just got to cross the rest of these moors, and wow, oh my god, I haven't looked behind me in quite a while. Getting over that gate over there was hell. I had to climb it because the farmer wedged boulders between it so it couldn't open either way, and I had to go over it, and it was like swinging back and forth between the boulders as I did, and I was like, bloody hell. These, by the way, you'll see a bunch of these. They're not in season yet, but they are wimberry bushes. Oh, it's like shrubs or something. But yeah, the wimberries, which are like wild blueberries, completely edible. I used to go wimberry picking a lot as a kid with my grandparents and my family, and yeah, they're just good to snack on. But I think they're in season in July, so I'm like a month or two too early. But yeah, there's loads here. You could go wimberry picking and make a whole pie. Wow, this creek looks so cool. Nice and shaded too, because that sun is pretty hot. The tree. Wow. Oh god, I'm glad to be here. I can smell food as well. I'm starving. Had such a nice and peaceful night camping at the Grinton Lodge after one of, if not my favourite day on the whole trail. I sat as I ate a warm brownie and ice cream with some white wine as I did some sketching and looked out to the surrounding views as the sun set. I was feeling good, content, and of course, so grateful. I just want to take a moment to thank all my patrons and the names on the screen now, and that you all really do help support me and help do what I do and bring these videos out, and I appreciate it so much. If you want to be a patron, if you want to join, follow the link in the description. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you again.